stop the corrupt Trudeau.
Yeah, stop him.
Trudeau's got to go.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, Trudeau's gotta go.
Boot the little potato.
Fry him.
Yeah. Woohoo! Yeah, boot that little potato. Who called him a little potato, by the way? Does anyone remember? Oh, it was China, the leader of China.
He's doing that thing legal.
I'd have to say that the leader of China is a pretty smart guy.
Yeah. Our Prime Minister, where? Canada.
A bunch of Canadian jobs to China with the steel industry and everything.
That's right. Trudeau wants to give those jobs to China too, you know. After they called him a little potato. He wants Chinese steel,
Actually,
not Canadian steel.
actually, the steel is coming from China, and it's relabeled as Canadian steel and sold to the Americans.
Just relabel Chinese steel and relabel it Canadian, then he'll go, yeah, it's Canadian, it's Canadian.
You think he's going to look after you? You're bloody joking. Grab a break.
Trudeau wants all your money.
That's right. He's going to take it all from you.
Isn't he going to lower
Be a third world country before
doesn't
you
he
know
want
it.
to lower old age pension?
Oh, he already has.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He lowered the supplement. Senior supplement.
Trudeau lowered senior supplement. So if you're a senior, why would you like Trudeau?
Funny Les says that because
My mom used to get $216 every quarter. I got a letter in August here.
Yeah.
She doesn't get it anymore.
Really?
It was supposed to make up the difference of her long-term care fees,
Yeah.
because all she earns is CPP in old age, and they took it away from her because it doesn't cover the costs, right?
Yeah. Wow.
this is where he's supposed to do this.
Oh, there goes Trudeau in the building. He slithered in. The little snake slithered in. And check this out. How many vehicles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's 2 more over there. 7, 8. Takes about 8 vehicles. That's really good for the environment, Trudeau. 8 vehicles. Wow. Lock him up. Lock him up. Lock him up. Lock up Trudeau. So there you go, people. You saw Trudeau. He ignored the real Albertans, and he's in there looking at his card-carrying liberals now.
Fuck you, Nazi. Oh, he's got to be in there. The groper's got to be in there somewhere.
Hey, did you call me a Nazi?
I did call you an
Okay, what's your name, guy?
I got a yellow vest on, buddy.
What's your name?
Do you know what a yellow vest is?
What's your name? Well, yeah, what's the yellow vest? It means I'm a working man, okay?
That's not what that means, buddy.
Okay, and you called me a racist, and you know what? I'm going to find out who you are and sue your ass off there, buddy.
Yeah, knock yourself out.
Okay, you're on video.
Fucking clowns.
Yeah. Okay, you called me a racist. Okay, I'll make you pay for it. I'll find out who the hell you are. Okay, because I am not a racist. Okay. You're gonna have to prove that I'm a racist, and I'm not a racist.
Hey, fatty!
But you're running away, that's for sure. Hey, so we got Pat King here. Hey, Pat, how you doing today?
Not bad, sir. How are you, my friend?
Very good. So, Mr. Trudeau is inside the event, and you had actually applied to get inside of the event, and you actually made it inside of the event, correct?
Got my bracelet and everything to show it.
Wow. So, give us a scoop on what happened once you went in the door.
So I got in, I walked up to the to the table. They vetted me. They said I'm okay to go in. I walked in. I sat there. I wasn't being rude. I wasn't being belligerent. My camera is actually still in there filming right now, so my live feed's still going from inside. Love it. There's over 300 people on my live feed right now, so it's pretty good. At the same time, I wasn't being rude. I wasn't being disrespectful. I was being very polite, very professional, and I had one of the event organizers.
Sucks.
Yeah. I had one of the event organizers come up to me and say that I was not allowed to be there and they needed me to leave. I asked why. They said they couldn't tell me why. I said, can you give me your superior or the person in charge and let me know why I'm not allowed to be here? They said, yeah, give us a minute. I stood there for 5 to 10 minutes waiting for their boss or the head organizer to come. Head organizer denied me a question. He would not even come near me, wouldn't even come. The Secret Service was standing there, didn't get involved with any of it, didn't say a word. Everybody was polite. I was very professional, and at the same time, standing there, being respectful, not being rude, I was still told that I had to leave. And I said, well, why? I even vetted the ambassador to Dubai. They weren't going to let the ambassador to Dubai come in because he was already outside before they closed the doors. And I looked at her and I said, hey, that's the ambassador to Dubai. I've already done it. Yeah, and she let him in.
Right,
and if
right.
it wasn't for me, the ambassador to Dubai who was standing
was
here,
wearing a
it would have
turban.
been a political scandal by not letting the ambassador of Dubai in. But I was able to say, hey, that's the ambassador of Dubai, let him in, and she let him in. So at the same time, I was being very respectful, very professional. I was being 100% Canadian. And at the same time, my voice was silent.
So you're familiar with a democracy and a dictatorship. What do you see here?
That's dictatorship. Oh, come on. Democracy? If that was a democracy, I'd be standing in there listening to a political platform from my right honorable Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. But at the same time, if this was a democracy, I'm standing outside.
Yeah.
What does that say? This is not a democracy.
It's
This
pretty
is
much
a
a sham.
socialist. This is a socialism, communist, liberal party that is denying us entry as Canadian citizens to stand inside and listen to a member of parliament, not only a member of parliament, the prime minister of the friggin' country. I am not allowed to listen to the prime minister of my country?
Hang on, let me ask this to you. You went with the convoy to Ottawa, and he made you stand in 2 feet of snow,
2
and he
feet
wouldn't
of snow.
listen to you, he wouldn't see you,
With
and
a
he ignored
prosthetic
you.
leg, I stood in the snow.
So now you come to an event, a town hall event,
Yep.
where everybody should be allowed,
Yep.
and for no reason whatsoever that they would give, you got booted.
Absolutely. No reason whatsoever why I should have been kicked out.
That's a sham.
That's a scam. It was
So
absolutely.
is
I've
there-
waited 10 months for this day
Yeah.
to stand there and stare him in the eye,
Yeah.
and at the same time, I was denied again after traveling across this country 6 times. You know, I've gone coast to coast. I've found every scandal that he's done. I've gone everywhere I can. Jay and myself have both done this, and we're both silenced.
So
and
with,
here I am.
with regards to the Liberals, what would you say to other Canadians? I'm going to give you a few more words. What would you say to other Canadians with regards to the Liberal Party, based on what you now know about them and your experience?
What do I want to say about the Liberal Party? Oh boy, where do I begin? How long do I have? Basically, I want Canadians to understand, here's a Canadian citizen who has done everything legally, professionally, by the Canadian rights and charters and freedoms to express my voice, to travel across the country, hold our government accountable, hold a peaceful protest, use my freedom of speech, and at the same time, I'm quieted, I'm hushed, I'm silenced. What does that say about a Liberal government? That shows you 100% they don't want to hear from a conservative-minded person, somebody who's looking for progression, looking for jobs. It's sad that myself and all other Albertans out here and every other person out here protesting is out here protesting for work. We're sitting here in Alberta, no work, and he's just sold us out to the Chinese government for the largest energy project in Canadian history, $42 billion. And I can't ask a question. I can't listen to a platform.
Shame on Trudeau.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks talking to us today,
You bet.
Pat.
Who are you?
Patrick King.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
I got a few channels.
I'm gonna look. Oh my God.
Yeah.
We got another guy in here that was apparently inside of the event. The event is right in there. Now, you were actually inside. Now, how did you get inside?
Well, my name is Curtis Awanchuk, first of all.
Yeah.
I live in the Parkland Sturgeon riding, which is west of Edmonton.
Right.
And I was in Calgary for business, and I heard that Justin Trudeau was going to be starting his campaign in Edmonton. And I was just really interested in first of all, he was the prime minister, and I'm a very, very political kind of guy. And I just was like, wow, that's interesting that he would choose Alberta, which is by far the most conservative place in Canada, as the first part of his stop.
Yeah, gotcha.
So anyways, I went online and I just, on the Liberal website, I just registered to be a part of the event. I went inside, I had wonderful conversations with some of our fellow citizens. I was not in any way, shape, or form loud. I checked my bags, did everything that I was supposed to. I even spoke with a few people from the Liberal Party themselves here in local ridings, and they were really nice, young folks like myself. And like about 15 minutes ago now, a person came up to me and asked me if I could leave. A staff member here, so not a Liberal Party, and he said that someone complained from the party itself. They wanted me to leave because it was a private event. I explained the situation, that I'm on my motorcycle, that I just wanted to be a part of the beginning of our election in this nation. And because he was our prime minister, not saying I would vote for him, because I live outside and political complexities are what they are, and I was kicked out. I was kicked out for being a peaceful observer for the start of our incumbent prime minister's electoral campaign. So I hear you guys out here. I hear you guys as being yellow vesters. I see, a certain degree of libertarianism within your political philosophies just generally. And to you, I say keep it up, because this polarization that we're faced with in Canada is important. And we need to be able to talk across parties, across economics, fears, everything. And so, yeah, keep it up. And if you see this and you're a fellow Canadian, please vote in the upcoming election. Vote to your heart and the best possible future that you can envision.
So when you know about democracy and capitalism and a dictatorship, how do you think you were treated inside there? How would you describe it?
Generally, because of all of the people that I was dealing with, most of them are just obedient slaves. Like the guy who kicked me out, his name was Jackson, an employee here of a public facility by the city of Edmonton. He was a really nice guy. He didn't want to do it, but his job depended upon it, right? And then as I went up further and further into the hierarchy of the Liberal Party and whatnot, just simply because I was asking questions, there was and I was thinking for myself, and it didn't seem right to me. There was a general, I'm sorry, but this is the way it is. I'm sorry, but this is the way it is. You're helpless. I'm helpless. Everybody's helpless. So that ethic of victimhood is what leads to dictatorship. It's what leads to the loss of democracy. And again, why I would say, let's talk rationally. Let's cross cultural boundaries. Let's figure out where we want to be as Albertans, as Edmontonians, right? As Canadians, as humans, right? Because that's what it's about. And so with that, yeah. Thank you so much for being out here, guys, and allowing me to communicate, because I was frustrated.
So one quick word,
yeah,
one sentence to the rest of the Canadians. What have you got to say?
It's awesome being Canada. It's awesome being in Canada. Canada is a wonderful nation, and we have to value our freedoms. We have to defend our freedoms, and we have to act with compassion for not just us now, but future generations and the generations after them.
So do you feel that your freedom was infringed upon by being thrown out of the event, or you feel that Trudeau is fully rightful to kick you out?
Well, I'm not sure he himself did, because I'm sure that he would probably look upon it himself as something that didn't really make sense, especially if I was smoking weed with him.
No, I know about four or five people that were kicked out of the event for no apparent reason.
Man, you know what it is? It's this partisan ideological fear that we have.
You think maybe
where
it's
we
because
identify with these different tribes?
Do you think maybe it's because you don't look liberal?
Yeah, I mean, some people think I'm like the most liberal, right? Like this hair, who I am, what I do. They think I'm kind of a hippie, but I guess I didn't fit within whoever is making those decisions. I didn't fit within their box.
So they probably booted you out because of the way you look. It couldn't have been because of any other reason.
Of course.
Oh my gosh.
He was asking questions.
That's right. I did.
Who were you asking questions to the Liberal handlers?
I was just talking with everybody. Like I'm talking with you guys. I was being real, and that vibe of reality.
They didn't like.
Whether and this is my perspective, but whether it's a conservative member of a government or a liberal member or whatever, there is a fear about being real. And the moment I get involved in those big systems, there's a sort of a spiritual pressure on them that corrupts their moral framework, their ability to think for themselves, right? And do what is in the best interest of families and communities and nations. So they're, it's just confused humans, man, and I feel sorry for them.
How about this?
And all we can do is be smarter, like what we're doing right now, and have good conversations.
How about this? Power corrupts, and power gives people the ability to exclude, and that's exactly what we're seeing down here with these so-called town hall, everyone is invited events, when in reality, not so much.
Interestingly enough, I participated in multiple events by the provincial NDP while Rachel Notley was premier, and I never actually had any issues. They always welcomed me, and I don't know why that is, but this to me is perhaps even an indication that there's a political difference within Alberta and within Canada, and what do we owe our allegiance to? What do we owe our honorable hard work, right? Is it our families, our local communities, or is it a nation state? That we still have a figurehead, we still have a queen, like a 90-something-year-old woman halfway across the planet that has power over us. To me, there's issues that we need to be aware of, and I'm very confident we can solve the problems. We can solve the problems, guys. Hey, I got to go grab some water. I'm super
very nice.
thirsty.
Thanks a lot for talking to us today.
Thank you, guys. Much appreciated.
Good luck with life.
Run for politics someday.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
And think about who you're going to vote for federally.
I know already who I'm going to vote for.
Yeah.
And but at the same time, I'm actually helping to put on. My hope is to put on with the Chamber of Commerce in Stony Plain, just help and volunteer for the debates for our candidates out there.
Right
so
on.
yeah, the idea of good dialogue, of open and peaceful democracy, that's what I'm about.
Make sure you get the PPC in there.
Absolutely. We have a candidate out there who is for the People's.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, really,
Right
the People's Party. Yeah, I can't remember his name right now, but But hopefully I'll cross paths and I'll shake his hand and say hi.
Hey, nice talking to us.
Take care, guys.
Hey, and remember, people.
Even if you were.
Remember, people.
Hey.
Elect a clown. Expect a circus. Can't make that up. Hey, we've got a protester out here that was just inside. Trudeau is inside, and you were inside with Trudeau, right?
Well, he wasn't there yet.
He wasn't there yet.
I was behind the stage.
So you were on the back of the stage to where he would be standing, and what do they do? They line up a bunch of people there?
They have all people sitting behind them, and then they coach them how to clap like this.
Yeah.
You have
Okay,
to
yeah.
clap. Come on, people.
Oh, okay. So they were grooming you for his
Right.
arrival.
And
In other words, it
apparently-
was going to be a fake kind of a reception
Right.
for
And
him.
apparently I was just sitting there like this,
Yeah.
and they kicked me out.
So you refused to
Because
clap.
I said I'm just looking around, seeing
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah.
I'll clap if I feel the need to
Right.
clap.
Yeah.
But
But you're not going to clap fake for Trudeau.
One social justice warrior and and two came, and I did the walk of shame off the stage
Wow.
and out the door.
So you didn't want to clap along with all of the rest
Well,
of the
I don't
liberal
need to-
card-carrying liberals.
Well, I know how to clap.
Yeah, but you just didn't
And
feel that you had to.
I wasn't clapping in cheer. I didn't go. I'm not in kindergarten,
Yeah.
right?
So because you refused to clap,
They
what
kicked
happened?
me off.
They kicked you out.
I
Right
was
out.
removed.
Oh my God. So there you go.
terrible is that?
Here's a true blue Canadian
Born
The-
and raised
born
in
and raised in
Edmonton.
Alberta who wants to see Trudeau, and she just didn't want to clap for Trudeau, and she got thrown out
Not
of the
unless
venue.
he says something that I want to clap about. So far,
So I'll tell you what, you didn't get to talk to Trudeau in there, but you're going to have a chance to talk to Canadians right now. What would you like to say to Canadians?
well, get him out. Like, he's ruined our country. What's he going to do for all the Albertans he's screwed over with the oil and gas? And I want to know why the hell did he call an election, a badly timed and really bad to call this election on 9/11, and as a Canadian, I'm offended by that.
Yeah.
And I want to know why he kicked Rebel Media out of Rideau Hall during his little announcement.
He actually-
Yes, they banned Rebel Media, Dave Menzies, from even being there and sent him at the kids' table way back.
Sheila Gunn Reid was actually banned from going in
I
here.
know. It just goes to show what a joke our government is. And Trudeau, little soy boy, I protested one Trudeau, and I'm sick that I have to do it again. And this little one is taking the cake. He's beating his dad or dads or whoever you know what I'm talking about there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I'm Matt.
Right on. Okay, well, thanks a lot for talking to us today. You're a
Thank
true
you.
blue Albertan and a real Canadian.
Oh,
Thanks a lot.
You need one of these.
What's that?
Well, me and Pat were in there for like the last hour. We had VGI seats.
Yeah.
We sat in there. We were sitting there.
Yeah.
And I was right at the front of the podium. Me and Pat were.
Yeah.
About 5 minutes ago, they walked in. They grabbed Pat. The security guys took him out.
Wow.
And they
They've been
came back and
watching you
grabbed
outside.
me.
They grabbed you?
Yeah. And they, you know,
For no reason. You didn't do anything.
No.
So you were booted out of the event too.
yeah.
And likewise, Pat. Where's Pat?
He's over there arguing with him.
Okay, so I'm going to go over and talk to Pat
And you
there
saw
too.
my
Can't
jacket.
talk to him.
So that's how Trudeau operates.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You don't even have to say anything. If you don't clap, you get booted out. If you don't say anything, you get booted
And
out.
you know what? I worked for SNC-11 for 5 years, and all I got was this lousy jacket. And I got laid
Wow.
off November 2015.
Wow.
November 1.
Okay, well,
The
nice
day
talking to
after
you
the
guys.
election. Think
Yeah.
of that.
True blue people. There you go. And Trudeau doesn't give a damn. Oh. Hey, so you were inside at the Trudeau event. What did you think of it?
I thought it was okay. Justin Trudeau, I mean, I understand his appeal to voters, but personally, I don't buy his stick.
Did you get a chance to ask him any questions?
No, he wouldn't talk to anybody who seemed not liberal.
Really?
Yeah, like, I wasn't saying, like, really anything. I was talking to my buddies and stuff, but I didn't say anything, like, really crazy. I was like, go, Justin, and I was, like, clapping and stuff.
Do you
but
think it was his handlers or something that maybe identified you as somebody that might be controversial? and
his
that's why?
Secret Service definitely were looking at me weird, or the
Yeah.
CSIS officers, I would say.
Yeah, they were
But-
like, I was standing right beside him, like they were eyeing him down. He even got text messages about him, like
I couldn't even shake the Prime Minister's hand.
yeah,
I was
like,
upset.
Like, he was like chasing him, and he wasn't even looking at him. Like,
Wow. So you're not really a liberal supporter then?
Oh
No,
no, definitely.
no,
I'm
no,
voting
no.
Andrew Scheer, but I mean, I just wanted to see the Prime Minister.
you're all the way.
I just wanted to see the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your impression of him now after sort of seeing what happened?
A milquetoast liberal that wants to steal my money.
Hey, thanks a lot for talking to us today.
Yeah, have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, see you later.
Have a good day.